Om Jananim Sharadam Devi Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Murmu. Sri Ramakrishna was telling about the Sandhya merging in Gayatri, Gayatri merging in Om. A man firmly established in spiritual life, when he goes into Samadhi uttering Om only once, a man is said to be firmly established in spiritual life. The moment he says Om, he is there in the absolute existence. There is a sadhu in Rishikesh who gets up early in the morning and stands near a great waterfall. He looks at it the whole day and says to God, you have done well, well done, how amazing. He does not praise any other form of japa or austerity. He does not practice any other form of japa or austerity. At night he returns to his hut. What is the need? What need is there even to bother one's head about whether God is formless or has form? It is enough for a man to pray to him alone in solitude, weeping, O God, reveal yourself to me as you are. As you are, you reveal to me. Pray, because God is the conscious entity. He is consciousness itself. Before you can utter, before you can express through words, He already knows what you are going to pray. He is all-pervading consciousness. Just like your consciousness is pervading every bit of your bodily existence. Anytime, anywhere in the body, a fly comes and sits, immediately you will understand. Your attention is somewhere, a fly comes and sits on your ear or hand, immediately you will understand something else. Because you don't need time to go to that place and find out, but the moment because you are pervading, your consciousness is pervading every bit of your bodily existence. So you need not go there, you are already there. Consciousness is already there. So it knows consciousness. It may come to brain, to the office, but the consciousness is already there, recognizing it, even before the thought can appear in the mind or the perception can reach the intellect. Because consciousness is all-pervading. The brain waves have to travel. The intellect will be able to travel. The impulses have to travel to brain to understand there is a fly. Before we can understand there is a fly, already it has experienced something sitting already. Hand has gone there, and then look has gone there. Before look could go, hand could go and feel that it has in the mind, so many actions have already gone. It is able to recognize and go and find out what it is only because it is already there. Consciousness is already there. Like that, God is already there in you. Before you can think over, He is already understanding. Before you can express through words, He is already understanding. But nature always is there in between God and the conveying between God and bhakta or a devotee or an individual is passing through because of the gap. One is in the transcendental, one is in the relative realm. So, in between is the nature. Nature discusses it within itself, within herself. how much faith he has kept, how much. Nature is also all pervading, like the divine, like the Chaitanya, equally present everywhere. So she understands the heart, with how much sincerity, with how much longing you are praying for it. Till that optimum level it reaches, the nature doesn't allow it to be transferred to the divine. Divine will be witnessing. But when it touches the optimum level, then it immediately the answer comes. She is conducting it to the divine. Divine answers. So here we are coming into how that a sage or a sadhu in Himalayas is to just stand and see. And no other spiritual practices he used to do. And this Ramakrishna is telling, what is the need to fight or think over whether God is with form or without form? Just he can understand what you are and what your heart is. Just if you can weep and pray heartily that you are reaching the optimum, unbearable longing for it, it will be, he reveals himself till the last drop, just like the pot you have put into the well, you are shaking it and the water is getting filled. Till the last drop required to absolutely fill it, it will not get sunk. It will go as much it has filled, so much it sinks. Quarter alone sinks. Half alone sinks. Half filled. As it goes, it waits till the last drop to sink. That is, it is full now. It sinks. Like that, the last longing, it cannot bear anymore. The God reveals. He waits till the last drop is filled. That point, till then, nature is protecting the lamp. It should not put off. The purpose of nature is to make you reach the absolute, transcend the nature and go beyond. So she is protecting. Wind is flowing. She is protecting the lamp of longing. What need is there? It is enough for a man to pray to him alone in solitude, weeping, "O God, reveal yourself to me as you are." God is both inside and outside. It is He who dwells inside us, just like space is inside and outside and pervading every object. Therefore, the Vedas say, Tattvamasi, you are that. Tattvamasi, thou art that. God is also outside us. He appears manifold through Maya, but in reality, He alone exists. Just like prism and white light. White light alone exists and prism alone exists. The prism, when you see through the prism, the white light looks like multicolored. When you see outside the prism, avoiding the prism, it is white light. White light, and then you are seeing the multiplicity of colors. He appears manifold through Maya, but in reality, He alone exists. What all you see there, multiplicity is God alone. Therefore, before describing the various names of God, one should say Om Tat Sat in Bhagavad Gita. This Om Tat Sat is beautifully discussed. Tat Sat. Where Tat is used, when Sat is used. It is one thing to learn about God from the scriptures, and quite another to see him, to get an information about so many things through the newspapers and other things is different. To go and see Himalayan descriptions, how many things are there. But when you go and see, actually it's entirely different. None of them will tally to give you the right understanding. One thing is to know about him, and one thing is about to see him. The scriptures only give hint, they are all hinting. Therefore, to read a great many scriptures is not necessary. It is much better to pray to God in solitude. You need not go on reading so many texts. Shankaracharya says, thousands of books, thousands of scriptures, what they say, I tell in half a shloka, half a verse. Shlokardhena pravakshami yaduktam grantha kotibhihi. Crores of books, grantha. What they are telling, I tell you in just half a. The first is, I am going to tell. Yaduktam grantha kotibhihi. Shlokardhena pravakshami. Within half a, the next line is half. This is half line. Vakshami yaduktam grantha kotibhihi. Brahma satya jivan jagan mithya jivo brahmaiva naparaha. Brahma satyam. Brahma is true, alone is truth. Jagat is just an appearance. Brahma satya jagad mithya. Jagat is mithya. Jivo brahmaiva naparaha. Jivo brahmaiva naparaha. Jiva is Brahman himself, Brahman itself, and not something else. Other than him, nothing is there. So that this is the essence of all scriptures, Hindu scriptures. The multiplicity is appearing, one alone exists. The scriptures only hint, therefore, to read great many scriptures is not necessary. It is much better to pray to God in solitude. It is not necessary to read all the Gita. One can get the essence of the Gita by repeating the word 10 times. You need not enter the Gita also. Gita, 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 Gita becomes Tagi. If you utter 10 times, Gita, 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 Tagi means Tyagi. 10 times. It becomes reversed and becomes Tagi. The essence of the book is, O man, renounce everything and worship God. Attain God. Now, give up all other things. They are going to disappear and call on God, which is you are going to reach. Otherwise, you will be again in the same merry-go-round. Master went into ecstatic mood while watching the evening worship of Kali and in the accompaniment and in the company of the devotees and all. They have gone to Kali temple and witnessing the Sandhya Arati, evening worship. He was in no condition even to salute the image. Very carefully, he returned to his room with the devotees and sat down. He is not in his own control now. He is in ecstatic state. Ecstatic state. It is the body and mind, the soul's ecstasy, the soul, independent of body and mind, when it touches the absolute, when it touches the permanent, unchanging, when it touches a form of the deity, the body and mind, its reflection. The soul enters into ecstatic state. Its reflection work on the body and mind. Body and mind starts dancing, jumping about, unable to bear the joy. But it is ecstasy, is the ecstatic state of the soul. Soul is in a highly dynamic state of joy. It is in the bliss, Ananda Sagara. So that Ananda Sagara which the soul is experiencing, and it is like it is moving in dynamic state. The soul experiences that joy, and that is reflecting on the body and mind when the person dances unaware of the body. He is not aware that he is dancing, he is not aware of the body, but he is aware of the only that. Because the soul is in ecstatic state, body and mind can dance. This is ecstatic state of Master went into mood while watching the evening worship of the Kali temple. He was in no condition even to salute the image. He could not bow down and salute because his soul is immersed in God. Very carefully he returned to his room with the devotees and sat down. He was still in ecstatic mood. He spoke to them while in that state. In the room was Hari, a young man about 20 years of age, who was a relative of Mukherjee's and very much devoted to Master. He was married. At the time he was living with the Mukherjee's and looking for a job. Master to Hari, in an ecstatic mood, take your initiation after getting your mother's permission. To Priya, referring to Hari, I could not give him the mantra, though I said I would initiate him. I do not initiate people. Continue with your own meditation and japa as you have been doing. Oh, Sri Ramakrishna is. The initiation need not be giving a mantra alone. A look may initiate, a touch may initiate a person. Just a mere look may initiate a person. And a wish from far off, without a look also, can initiate him. There are various types of initiations. So, one of the common way is to give a mantra, and that mantra, if it is not awakened mantra, then its Chaitanya and Shakti are not there, only words are there. His faith alone works. His faith is working with that mantra. Otherwise, mantra when Guru gives, it has mantra Chaitanya, the consciousness, it is a conscious like seed. Is formed seed-like or burnt seed, you cannot germinate, never germinates. Or imitation of a seed, I make out of a stone piece or anything and paint it or do something that is exactly appears like a seed. This seed it contains consciousness and power to present the tree from which it has come. If it is alive, it is real. If it is imitation, it never. So most of the mantras people get is like a imitation of seed, which is not seed. And that mantra is beautiful mantra. Same mantra may be Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya or Om Namah Shivaya or any mantra commonly used. But it contains words and power also to some extent, because your faith is going to receive it. But the actual awakening of the mantra and taking you to the transcendental realm doesn't happen. But if a guru who is enlightened gives a mantra, the mantra is the form of the Devata. The Ishtadevata has taken a form of the mantra. God can take any form. Now God can take the physical form. God can be software, hardware, of anything. Now apart from that, God can be a seed. He enters into Bija Rupa in a mantra, through mantra, and in mantra he exists. Mantra given to anybody, God is entering into that person. Guru is sending, the mantra is a carrier which is taking the God and His power into the Jiva. Just it has to repeat, one day it becomes awakened. Like a seed, when water touches, it gets awakened and the shoots come out. Like that, your love for God, dedication, your sincerity, your longing, all this add to that. Apart from the mantra's its own power, you are adding something more. Shraddha. Even faith alone, suppose mantra is not awakened or there is no power in it also, your faith in that mantra can take you to the ultimate goal. Master to Hari in an ecstatic mood. Take your initiation after getting your mother's permission. He wants mother's permission. To Priya, referring to Hari, I could not give him the mantra, though I said I would initiate him. I don't initiate people. Continue with your own meditation and japa as you have been doing, because he is on the right track. It's like a train set on the track. It starts moving. Priya, yes sir. Master, and I am saying this to you in the state of mind, my mind. Believe my words. You see, there is no show or deceit here. I just said to Divine Mother, in my ecstatic mood, O Mother, may those who come here, referring to himself, through sincere attraction, obtain perfection. This is the greatest assurance that whoever comes to Sri Ramakrishna with total acceptance, they are as good as released forever. Mukta. Krishna, the Charama Shloka of the Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Raja Ahantva Sarva Papebhyo Mokshaishyami Masucha. In that shloka, all this I have told you, so many ways of realizing God, so many practices you have to do, all I have told you, Sarva Dharma, so many paths I have shown you. But now, all that you give up, what I have told you, forget it. Just come to me and surrender to me. You will get everything from me now, here. O Mother, he prayed to Mother, O Mother, may those who come here, referring to himself, through sincere attractions, sincere attraction, that I have to realize God. That's sincere. The Master is attracting him. There's a power. Now, magnet is a power. The power belongs to nature. Magnet is only an instrument like conveying it, bringing it. Master's bodily existence is only a nimitta, from which the universal consciousness is working. The Vishwa Chaitanya, the God, Lord of the universe, is working through that body. And it is giving assurance. Those who come here, may them be enlightened. Through sincere attraction, obtain perfection. Mahendra Kaviraj of Sindhi was seated on the veranda conversing with Ramlal, Hazra and others. The master called him from his room. M went out quickly and brought Mahendra in. Master to Mahendra, sit down and listen to my words. Mahendra was little embarrassed because he's talking something with some people outside, and Master is giving the highest truth and highest assurance the God can give to a human. Oh, I am telling something is missing there. Most of the saints, if the disciple is not extremely attentive and totally dedicated and concentrating on it, many things they miss. Just look outside and coming, or just an attention diverts. Something is missing. So undivided attention must be there when Guru is there. Sit down and listen to my words. Mahendra was little embarrassed. He sat down. Master to the devotees, God can be served in different ways. An ecstatic lover of God enjoys Him in different ways. Sometimes he says, "Oh God, you are the lotus and I am the bee." And sometimes you are the oceans of Satchidananda, I am the fish. Sometimes again, the lover of God says, "I am your dancing girl." He dances and sings before Him. He thinks of himself sometimes as a friend of God and sometimes as a handmaid. He looks on God sometimes as a child, as did Yashoda, and sometimes as the husband or sweetheart, as it did the gopis. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.